Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alya Wulandari. I would like to do my reading report video. My reading report for the topic 9 and topic 10. So, for the topic 9 is about the second language acquisition. What is language assessment or language acquisition? It's like the process we collecting information and making judgment about a learner language ability. It includes like formal tests like multiple choice in exams like A, B, C, and then informal methods like we do observation journals and portfolios. And then what is purpose of the assessment? First one is for curriculum, like we diagnose and motivate students. And then for communication, we can help with certification or job selection. And then for accountability, we show the public about the achievement. And then the key concept of the second language acquisition is the first one is construct that the language skill we want to measure, like grammar, writing, and then taste method, like how we design the taste to get performs like task tips. And then the score, like a summary of performance, but what matter is what the score means about the learner. And then we talk about the type of test, like the first one is performance test, like the simulates the real world test, like giving a speech. And then the ability test, like a vocabulary level, and then we measure general skills. And then the last one is the collaboration between perform test and ability test. And then how we can validate or validation the taste. This first one is we interpret and we use taste score, and that we can involve the experts review, teacher judgment, and statistical evidence like difficulty and correlation. And then what the back, like the impact on teaching. The positive is we can encourage like useful skills. And then the negative washback is like make teacher just like teach to test, not teach to learn. So it depends on the teacher belief, policy, and the test design. And then what is the alternative of assessment method? The first one is observation, self-assessment, portfolio. And then the challenge for the alternative assessment, the first one is can be less consistent. And then maybe it can be more subjective. And then sorry, it can be require the teacher training time and research, but they offer better insight like into learning and are less stressful for student or for learners. And then what is outcomes based assessment? The first one, the focus on what student can actually do, and then used by government to measure education success and link with policy and standardization across school or country. And then language assessment literacy or LEL, the teacher and education makers need, and like how they can assessment the word, and then include knowledge of testing theory, classroom practice, fairness, and ethic. And ethic. Sorry. For the next material is topic 10 is about the language learn language learn style, strategy, and motivation. So best reading material from Cohen and Henry 2020 is the style is how learn use language in different social setting. So learn need to adjust their speech style, like depends on who they talk to and power the relation and the level of social distance. For example, we can be casual or non-formal with our friend, but we formal with our parent or our lecturer, our professor. And then this ability is called pragmatic competence and includes the first one is socio-pragmatic competention, and then pragmatic linguistic competention. Like we know about the knowing the language forms like culture, would like the polite request. And then the style of speaking reflect how they navigate social norms in the target language. And then the second one is strategy, like how learn achieve communication goals. The strategy is the first one, politeness strategies, and then interactional strategies. Politeness is about the indirect and we giving the reason to avoid sounding rude. And then interactional strategy is like repairing misunderstanding and then topic shifting and tone taking. Like this strategy help learn manage real time conversation even the grammar or vocab is still developed. I'm sorry, sir. Like for example, instead of we saying no, we may say, yeah, I love that too, but I'm sorry, I have to do that. I have a plan, so it's softer visual. And then motivation is what drive learn to develop social communication, like to communicate effectively in a second language. Learn net motivation to be understood, accepted, and learn how native speaker manage the conversation, like how they can greet things, apologies, and requests in their country. And then the motivation also play a role in how deeply learn engage with the target culture. And then like some learners may choose not to follow local norms, like they using with names with profession, like because it's conflict with their personal or cultural identity. Like in Indonesia we use sir if we call the profession or our lecture, but maybe in the America or in Europe they just call with the name. And then the embrace local to better fit and build a relationship. So even though the rover focus on the pragmatic and interactional competition, uh, this reading is like giving valuables to how language learns, like how we can develop our own communication style. And then we use strategy to express our staff or themselves, avoid to our misunderstanding and are good by different level of motivation, and identify when adaptation to social rules of the second language. I think that's all for me. uh Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.